more skill page. No, you're not even getting a character, you're getting a skill page. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Black Clover Mobile video. My name is Equality and today we have another news and information video on the game, I would say. There hasn't been a video from me in a while on this game, mostly because I feel like currently there is not really a lot to do or talk about. I'm not quite sure how it's looking for the global version, but I think what they're doing at the moment is JP and Korea is kind of on a break right now, and I think they're doing it so that global can catch up a bit to them. And I think we also saw it with the characters so far. They've been hustling quite a bit so that my cat. They have been hustling quite a bit with the releases so that they could catch up quicker. And I think they're very close right now, because I think next character we're getting in global is Finro, Light Finro, and we don't even have Finro in JP yet. So I'm guessing that is gonna come out about the same time. Yeah, so I think that's how it's currently looking. I think JP and Korea is on a break. Global is marching on as usual with its steady releases, and I am really hoping that once it catches up, we are not going to continue with the speed that global is going. I hope that it's going to slow down a bit and both versions kind of go on normally the way that JP and Korea was doing already. That's I think the current situation of the game. Also, another thing that we got in JP and Korea is this skill page for Julius. And at first I didn't really want to make a video about it because I think this is absolutely atrocious, to be completely honest with you. Like, I just think this is incredibly wrong in two ways. I think, first of all, it is a very bad way to try and get money from players. Because what it is, you need to get these. You need to get these tickets, and you can only buy these tickets with paid crystals. And 10 of them cost 1,200. I don't want to go over the whole price thing again, but it's massively overpriced in my opinion, first of all. And second, the second point that I think makes it bad is because this is going to make the game pay to win. And I don't like that. I think it's a very dirty tactic to get people to pay money, and they're not learning. They're not learning from it, and I hate it. I think it's very sad, and I kind of hate to bring this back up, but I always have to think about Cookie Run Kingdom, because the way they did their packs, their monetization, is really good in my opinion, and I think this game should take some advice from that. But then again, I also have to take into account that this game has a big IP behind it, which is Black Clover obviously, and Cookie Run Kingdom is just a cookie game about cookies that have no other relevance whatsoever. They did have some collabs though, which is cool. Black Clover didn't have a collab yet. I didn't even talk about that. Maybe that could be a topic for another video. But anyways, I think just the monetization, what they're doing about the packs and how they're selling it is not really good. It's very expensive, and it just makes the game unfair, because whales are definitely gonna go for this. I'm not even really sure what it does exactly. I think it gives Julius more damage per, I think, like 15 speed that he has, which is gonna make him very strong, obviously. But it has like a yellow sign without a real type in, so I'm not sure if this means that literally every character can use this. But yeah, it's very strong. It's very strong. And I mean, they could argue about this with the fact that they did sell these tickets for normal crystals before, but who would have known that, right? Who would have known that we would be getting into a situation where we have to use these tickets to buy this as well? Plus the fact that probably most free-to-play people who bought these with crystals used them for the character that it was intended to use on, right? So what I take away from this, and this is also, I think, a little piece of advice for other free-to-play or low-spending players. I think in the future, when we get when we get festival reruns like Black Asta, Mario Leona, etc., and they cost paid crystals or paid tickets, these purple ones here, in case if they should not get rid of this in the near future, since Global is catching up and Global does not have this bullshit, but Global is also speeding up, so there's like a balance there, you know? So if this continues going on and we'll have something like this in the future again, if we have a festival rerun and you already have the characters and you do not need those characters, I suggest you to just buy those tickets regardless and save them up so that you can spend them on something like this in the future. Because technically this thing is only a 8-step banner as far as I understand this, and if you managed to rack up 80 tickets, which is buying the pack 8 times, then you would get this guaranteed, which I think is not bad, because this seems to be really strong, and it's good to have, definitely, but I don't think this whole situation is good, to be honest. Like, I don't like it, and I don't think you should be spending money on this. Absolutely not, because like I said again, it's very expensive and it doesn't make any sense just for that. For a skill page. No, you're not even getting a character, you're getting a skill page. So yeah, I this is a no-no, an absolute no-no. This, on the other hand, at first, I didn't even think so much of it. I was like, oh yeah, we're getting a seasonal rerun. But this thing is actually really, really, really good. The value of this banner, because the fact is, there are all of the seasonal characters that we had before are in this as well. So I would suggest, personally, to save up your tickets and your crystals for banners like this, because you can get this seasonal character that you pick at a rated up rate, and you can get other seasonals from the past as well. So you can get dupes, you can get skill pages that you might not have, and seasonal characters that you don't have. And I think this is just really, really, really valuable. And then of course also, like, if we have festival things like special banners, those are also worth it. And I guess what I'm basically saying is it is not really worth it to invest into regular banners. Like, just regular pickups from characters that are gonna go into the general pool, that's not worth it. I don't think that's worth it at all. I don't think you should be pulling for any of them. If anything, put like 2, 3, maybe 4 multis into regular pickup characters. Hope that you're lucky to get at least the character, not even the skill page, just the character. And then save your tickets, save your crystals for this, because this is amazing. This is really good. Yeah, that is basically all that I want to say to this. This is my advice, this is my opinion on this, and that's pretty much it for the current situation in game. outside of the game, there's one more thing that I want to talk about real quick. I can't really show this properly right now, but another thing we have is we have some information in the files, and those are pretty much confirming the next characters that we're gonna have. So the first thing, we're gonna get Charlotte and Swimsuit Charlotte and Swimsuit Yami. Swimsuit Charlotte is red attacker, Swimsuit Yami is red attacker. Which is really weird to me. Like, why don't you make them different colors? But either way, those are probably going to be the next seasonals. We're going to see them next month. Most likely, seasonal Charlotte is going to have some kind of lifesteal thing going on and buffing herself, as well as Yami giving himself a buff and immortality, it seems like. And then we have information on Finral. Finral, it seems like he has a similar passive to Valkyrie Noel that boosts special points, which is really good, and obviously speed buffs as well. And then we also have a bit of information on the seasonal Vanessa, the one that was actually supposed to come out with Zora but never came out. She seems to have some kind of incapacitate debuff and skill page special points down. No idea how that's gonna work. That is there. And then we also have a little bit of information on Third Eye Raya, which is probably gonna be a dark attacker or a chaos attacker. And it says that he has all classes in his passive, so maybe he would copy a passive from an enemy? That would definitely be interesting. That would make him very strong, I think, depending on who he's fighting against. And then we also have some information on Black Divider Asta, which is a chaos attacker. And he has some kind of damage buff and a buff similar to Valkyrie Noel's that only activates once there's a certain condition met. But yeah, we only have these informations in the files. There's nothing like concrete. We have no new pictures, no new skills, no new portraits. Only the files in the game. But the same source that found these informations also thinks that we're gonna be getting more information on the game on the 30th with a big update. So we'll be looking forward to that. At this point, I would like to say a huge thanks to Giku's Discord server. There's some very dedicated people on there, and of course to Giku as well for giving a good place for information. If you want to read anything about what I just told you, you can go on his Discord and check it out for yourself. But that is pretty much all. That is the current state of the game and how we're gonna continue in the future, I think. So again, as a quick sum up, I think Global is gonna catch up to JP and Korea very soon. I'm hoping that it then also slows down, because then I can also play Global a little more again, because it was just way too fast for me, to be honest. Like I didn't like how that was going on. It was not very free to play friendly, to be fair. And I personally don't hope that they are gonna be synced completely. I kind of still hope that JP and Korea is gonna be 1 week or 2 weeks ahead, because it's gonna make Global a little bit more predictable, and that's just always good to know. But having them almost synced up would be really good. And then next month we're probably gonna get the new summer seasonals, Yami and Charlotte, and then we're gonna see about other things on the 30th with the new update. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the game so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was informative for you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you did like this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. And as always, stay kind, stay balanced, and keep gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!